Welcome back to Comic Book ASMR. Today we're going to be doing another comic book haul. And this is going to be about a month's worth of books because I was out sick and all this sorts of crazy stuff going on. So I do apologize for that. But due to just how I have so much stuff, we're going to start with the recent stuff. And then I'm going to show off some collectibles. And then I'm going to show the stuff from the previous hauls I wasn't able to do. And then I'm going to end with something really cool that I've been working on the back boiler, trying to get achieved. So we'll just jump right in here, okay? All right, so first we start with Batman and Robin number 5. And this is the climax, more or less, of the Lazarus Planet event. And yeah, I love this cover here. This is actually the standard cover, which is the one I like the best, actually. So, Lazarus Planet was an okay event. I definitely felt like just like the self-titled, the Alpha Omegas, and then like I think just the Batman and Robin one here. There might have been one or two others that I really enjoyed, but really all the side parts of it I really didn't care for too much. I'm actually just gonna straight up sell them off. I do like the ending of this event, though. I won't spoil it, but yeah, it's a nice ending to this whole thing. But anytime they kind of do events, like there really seems to be no real huge, um, repercussions or anything like that. But and then this particular, it felt like they were really just trying to shoehorn in the whole Monkey Prince character to help his stuff sell a little better. And then they want to kind of bolster Damien up a bit more and things like that. So I can kind of see like the sales side of it more than the story side of it, unfortunately. So, and then this is the variant cover by Kelly Jones, which is quite strange, honestly. But Kelly Jones is a strange guy in the first place. So this is his cover. We just see like a graveyard type thing going on here with Alfred and veined out Bruce here, and this like I think that's probably supposed to be Wayne Manor, maybe even. But yeah, I just like the standard cover, Damien holding Bruce and all that. But this is a cool cover, but it seems just a little odd for me. But that's the one that was in my box, and I was like, crap, I gotta get the normal one, and then they still had a few on the shelf. So next is the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 6. And yeah, this continues to be one of my favorite books here. It starts with a comedy club sequence, which is pretty cool. It's Joker is basically watching this guy perform some material. He's like, "Go ahead and roast me," and he's reluctant to do that. And yeah, so I really liked how this book opened. And then it's just kind of dealing with Joker figuring out his place and importance in LA since he's not in Gotham currently and stuff, but continues to be solid. I like the art a lot. The backup is still with the same writer and still in the same vein of the other stories, where it's like this weird like misadventures of the olden time type of thing, and it's just kind of weird. But the art has changed. I do like this art better than the previous one, but it's still very odd storytelling. I'm not really sure of the point and purpose of it. Next we have the Deadly Duo number 5. This is the Wills Portacio cover, DC, and I think this is probably partly due to maybe even Mark Silvestri's part, has been having a lot of renowned artists doing the variant covers for these. So Wills did this one, and then there's like actually a Joker one that sits right here as well, but I like the Batman one better. I wish they just would have done a full gatefold with it, but it's whatever. But yeah, this continues to be an enjoyable comic as well. Well done. Mark is a master with his abilities and talents, and it's just a dark, twisted story. Very strange, but it is enjoyable. Look how good that looks. So I always love when you get a story that you can really see a lot of time and effort gets put into it. So really, really glad with how that's going. Next is Action Comics number 1052. I do have to track down the standard cover, the beach cover. I think it shows like the whole super family on it. Typically at my main shop, they always pull the variant covers for me because most of the time the variant covers I do like better than the standard covers. But since I think it's Steve Beach is doing the regular covers, they're all actually better than the variant covers right now. So, but yeah, Superman is really good right now. Action Comics, in particular here. Yeah, it's focusing on the entire super family a lot. They're really trying to bolster it and kind of bring Superman back to some golden age storytelling here. Really bringing, the kind of wholesome and just kind of Boy Scout part of him, but really provide big action and high stakes. And I've just really been enjoying it. So glad that Clark is back here. I know he's gonna get like a new white suit or some weird crap, so I don't like that. Just leave him in his traditional suit. And granted, I enjoy when I see him in the black, because that's a nod to, when he came back in the regeneration matrix from the Death of Superman thing and all that. But, nothing wrong with the big blue being big and blue, Next we have Detective Comics number 1069. Continuing on with the weird ancient bat god opera angle thing going on. I really don't know what to make of it, but it's just kind of cool and strange, regardless how you feel about, the actual driven part of it or not. But and then we just get to kind of see some unique layouts here, like this puzzle piece thing going on here. So it's been enjoyable to look at. And then we see some more development here with Two-Face. Two-Face is one of my favorite Batman villains as well. So I love whenever he gets some time to shine in the spotlight a little bit here. So yeah, these guys are kind of like the main problem going on. They've got some sort of like ancient deity type connection thing going on. Kind of like the ancestors of Gotham, the supernatural ancestors of Gotham is almost kind of how it's feeling. And they're trying to, basically usurp Bruce Wayne's hold, which at this point even really isn't much anymore if I remember from the whole Joker War thing or whatever, but still he's prevalent and important. They know his prominence and importance. So, and then we have Gotham Knights Gilded City number 5. Have not opened it yet, but look at this cool video game variant cover. This is one of my favorite covers for this, and yeah, this image is cool. This is what really motivates you to even buy the Gotham Knights game. Seeing the Court of Owls in the video game is pretty neat. I haven't made much progress on it really at all, honestly. I've just kind of not been in that headspace, but hopefully soon I'll be able to get on it and play it. Since you don't play as, Batman in it, it's kind of, removes a bit of the fun. And the controls are slightly different than the Arkham games, and it's got kind of a different skill system and stuff. So it takes a bit of getting used to. I don't know why they would change a formula that worked perfectly and just, skin it for the other guys, the Bat family. Next we have Batman number 133. This is the Joe Quesada variant. And I've already read this actually, and honestly the cover is really the main thing I liked about it. The art's okay, but I liked, I've liked Jorge Jimenez's run on this better. And then this is kind of in some weird alternate headspace or something. I don't really understand what's going on with Bruce. Basically, like in the day to day, people think like Bruce is dead somewhere, and they're trying to find him or something to that extent. And this is all going on in his head, I believe. But then this is supposed to be like a different Batman. So Chip is kind of muddying things up here, and it's whenever I read this type of stuff, it kind of irks me a bit because, like, I really don't feel like it fits in the regular continuity. Like when you're trying to like switch it up and have stuff be on like in a different place, dimension, whatever entirely, that's just kind of annoying. It's like all this doesn't matter. So it's like, okay, great, fun little what if story, but let's wrap this up in 5 issues and get back to the regular goings on in Gotham. So yeah, the art's fine, but I like Jorge's better. So Batman is not my favorite right now, which is surprising because it usually is. Next we have Punchline Gotham Game number 5. Really cool cover here. See Nightwing and Harper Row in the back with Punchline there, of course. And then I've been enjoying this artist's particular series of covers. They're really nice. And yeah, it's fun to see Punchline kind of be a real threat in these and just kind of mess stuff up. She is the leader of the New Royal Flush Gang and just kind of wrecking stuff, making a lot of noise. And then they're really trying to play up the angle with her fight with her and Harper Row, which a lot of that was stewed in the second part of all the Joker books that were out previously before the new run of them. So I think this is going to wrap maybe in the next issue. And of course we have another support thrown out to Gary Shipman's Titan Mouse of Might. This is issue number 2. Which, like I said, when I initially got it, I thought it was going to be a colored version. So this is just the floppy version of the stuff that I've already got in the actual hardback book that I have on my shelf of his. So, but Gary's a great guy. He's really in the traditional side of things. The talent he displays and stuff, he's really cool. Of course, I recommend his channel. I think you can just, search Gary Shipman, and I'll probably just leave a link to it below. Love that guy. He's really great, really humble, really talented. And if you want to see people draw live on stream, that's your guy. He's nice and calm like I am. Like, he's not an ASMR channel, but he's very calming. He's definitely a very chill channel if you want to put it on to relax. And yeah, I look forward to continuing to see what he's doing. I think he does have a colorized version of kind of like his creative darling Packin's Land that he did way back when, and it's coming up on its, I don't know what anniversary, but it's a big number. It's like 15 or 20 year anniversary or whatever. And so I think he's got a campaign for those colorized. So check those out if you haven't yet. Next we have Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 10. Really cool cover. Kind of reminds me of, I think it was in the Winter Soldier credits where they show kind of the silhouette thing. And yeah, this is a good book right now. It's been a long time since I've been enjoying reading Cap, but this is a great story. Look at this. We've got Winter Soldier squaring off with a Cap again here. He's been corrupted and things like that. But the art's fun to look at. Everything's kind of running on all cylinders here. So I really applaud the team for really making this a really fun, interesting, entertaining run. Look at the unique shape of the panels here too. They both got kind of the same layout going. So yeah, it looks like it stops right here, but so it covers all the way through. So maybe that's all being projected from MODOK possibly. And then, yeah, we see Bucky there. yeah, this is a good book right now. If you like Cap, I definitely recommend Cap's series right now for sure. Next, we have the Armageddon game number 5. This is the main cover, and it's pretty cool. I'm trying to remember the name of these guys that are following April here. I know they were introduced in the Turtles universe books by IDW way back when. Um, Art's pretty interesting in here too. I think this is a different artist than I've seen before. Looks very kind of anime-esque. And I did see the new Turtles trailer for the movie coming in August, and it looks like a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. It really looks like they're breathing a lot of fun into it and stuff. So we'll see what happens with it. But I actually am excited. I did not care for Rise much. So we'll see what they do with it with this movie. But yeah, this is looking good. And they have been having like a secondary backup in here. Let's see if they have one right now. Yes, I believe so. So the art switches. And we see Karai talking with April here. And Karai is, I believe, on the side of the Turtles now as well. They basically have got like, they're all kind of uniting against these weird, the like mutant god totems. I'm trying to remember all of them, but if you've read it, you know what's going on. It's like the Rat King and his crew of kind of like ancients that are wanting to mess things up. Next we have King Spawn, number 20. And yeah, King Spawn continuing to be one of my favorites out of all the spin-off titles for sure. Cool shot of the cape there, absolutely. I don't 100% know what's going on, but yeah, looks like, he's done some sort of chase scene here and ended it pretty abruptly. And we have the regular Spawn, number 339, with a nice Simone Bianchi cover. He was doing the books covers for the month of February, I believe. And yeah, this has more of the, 90s-esque type style, more superheroic than the gritty style that they had when I jumped onto the series initially, almost probably 10 years ago now. So weird how time goes, So there's that. So next I'm going to show off some of my collectibles here. So we had a retro toy show a few weeks ago. And so I got some things that I absolutely love. So we'll see if I can get it in frame here. So this was like the Danger Room playset here. And it came with the other version of Cyclops, but I like, the one that looks like the cartoon Cyclops better. But we actually had this when I was a kid. It does have the brick wall here too, but it would tumble and make a bunch of noise. But I absolutely loved this set as a kid. I never had the traditional Cyclops, so I had like the space mission one. But it's got this little pivot here, and wherever you aim this at, Cyclops uses his optic blast. That happens, so. And then, yeah, everything just kind of, and that moves there, and then you aim it at the wall, and all the bricks fly off. So I love this because, in the old ads, they'd always show, like, stuff being blown up, and all of a sudden just be the kids knocking it over with their hands. But this actually worked practically, so really cool. So let me take the Cyclops off. Just so you can get a better look at him here. So his body is super thick, but it's cool. It's, just traditional Toy Biz here. So it's got his little thing on the back. And then there's his optic blast there. And then the other one is the X Factor costume, and his optic blast did not work on that one. So, but glad I have the traditional Cyclops. And then I got the Wolverine Danger Room. So same principle here. He's on a pivot. This one doesn't work too well with the set though because his claws retract. And so he's supposed to be able to spin around here and knock into these, like this magneto drawing, and pop that out. And same with the brick wall. There's like a thing here. And this spins. So, but it's a cool display, and I absolutely love that Wolverine. I never had him as a kid either. I had another space mission one, so I'm glad that I got these. And the guy sold them to me, the pair, collectively, $20 for both the sets and the figures. So, really cool, and was super excited to get them. Oh, next, I'm continuing to scratch my McFarlane Toys itch, and my buddy from Gastlecast group, he hooked me up with the Deathstroke from the Arkham Origins game. So I've been mainly trying to get the comic book McFarlane figures specifically for Batman, but this version of Deathstroke is just too cool, and I'd say better than the comic book one. So yeah, he's got his base and the thing and his sword. So absolutely love the detail. You can see like the texturing on the Kevlar or whatever armor that is. Really cool toy. So, and then of course you can sheath his sword. But yeah, so there's probably about 10 or 15 McFarlane toys total I need to get. So I am slowly making headway, and I do have another one on the way as well. Then recently the HQ restocked the Shredder from the Ninja Turtles, Mutant or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Turtles crossover. So I don't have the other Funkos for it, but this is the main one I liked. So this is a mashup of Shredder with the Green Ranger here. And then this was from their FunCon event they did during Emerald City 2 years ago. Well, not this year, but the previous summer they did it, which Emerald City I didn't do this year either, just because there weren't any artists that I wanted to see there this year. So, and there weren't any celebrities, and I didn't have hundreds to spend to meet Mark Ruffalo either. So chose not to go this year. So, but yeah, so finally got this Shredder. Super happy I did. And then there's some of the turtle mashups there. And a little armor here, so. Next I got the 25th anniversary Funko Batman Pop. So yeah, there's 25,000 of these that were made. It says limited. I mean, that's not really that limited, but they're still sold out on the website and stuff, so. But yeah, the HQ restocked these, but it's got a pin, a certificate, a pop, and a coin. And then on the base it says like year one. So this Batman pop was like the first pop that Funko put out. And then yeah, this comes off here, and then you can see that the pop is in a different type of box. And then like the coin and stuff is just like the Batman head, and same with the pin as well. So, not going to open it just because it's in this plastic. I'll probably end up buying a second one and opening it maybe. I think it retails for either $30 or $40. So, you get a lot of cool extra stuff with it though, so it's pretty neat. Okay, next I have the stuff that got mailed to me from Arcane Comics, since my current job is no longer near that comic shop. So we've got Nightwing number 101, and I'll just show off the cover here since I've got Nightwing number 100 here as well. So we'll take a look at that. And yeah, so Nightwing 100 is a jam piece by some of Nightwing's past really main artists. And then you can see the evolution of the costume there on the cover, so that's pretty neat. I do apologize. You hear that noise in the background. I've got neighbors doing yard work, but it can't be helped. So yeah, it opens with Bruce and Dick here visiting Alfred's grave site and having their talk. And yeah, I enjoyed the way this book was done here. You can see all the talent here. And yeah, we see some greatest hits, different costumes, different artists. Literally showing, hey, here's all the different suits, and then the current. And yeah, this was a good read, and it sets up the future of the character and kind of the vision he sees for Bloodhaven. He really wants to play up the redemption angle of Bloodhaven as opposed to crime, so he's trying to do a lot of reforming of how everything is there. Next we have Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 4. And yeah, this continues with this weird astral plane demon bear thing going on. Visually very striking and crazy. It's a one-off, well, not a one-off, but you know, it's a what-if alternate type story. But it's fun because you know that going in. So I like when it's stuff like this where it's literally like, hey, here's just a tangent, you know. Amazing Spider-Man number 19. This is our Romita cover here. Looks like I think the Dodsons are doing the interiors though. Yeah, they sure are. So yeah, this is like a Black Cat and Peter story here. And you know, Terry Dodson's doing his thing, drawing nice pictures of women as his trademark here. So makes Black Cat look great as usual. And then apparently they scheduled their weekend vacation at the same spot where Mary Jane and her new boyfriend are at. So then there's awkward stuff going on there. And then it ends with some random knockoff Sinister Six characters. And then we have the Dark Web finale, which I'll show this and then I won't show the other parts which lead to this, I guess. So yeah, the Dark Web was fine. Once again, one of those things that's, you know, this big event that doesn't amount to really much, but it, you know, it's fun. But a bit confusing because I wasn't buying all the crossover stuff. So we got the X-Men hanging out here. Not really sure, you know, why they're there or anything. I'm sure, you know, that she helped them get there. Their portal stuff that she does. But yeah, just kind of this underworld type stuff here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Magic got them here. And then, you know, they fight. And then, of course, they win. So, go team. And then, yeah, we see, I'm blanking on them now. That's not even so. Adam Kubert did part of it, but then part of it is, what's his face? Either that, no, he's just aping the style there. So, yeah, Adam Kubert did this one, but then the other parts are done by, we'll see in a second here, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, Ed McGuinness. So, yeah, so I'll show this one since the art's different then as well. So yeah, see they've got, I'm sure you guys have seen some of the memes with this weird Spider-Man here, whose name is Parker backwards. And then he's doing this thing with his web wanging. So just very goofy and slapsticky. So I'm surprised that definitely the finale reads darker than these other issues. They take it into kind of a sillier place, which I thought was strange since it's supposed to be, you know, the dark web and all this. So it's kind of whatever. But so yeah, that was 18. So here's 17. And then Okay, so that's the other one. So that I think the other cover is still linked up to it, maybe. I can't remember. I know the previous ones did. And we have the Demon Wars Down in Flames. This is the Peach Momoka she's been doing, where it's just kind of an alternate look at the Marvel Universe done in an old school style here. Really neat. I love her creativity and her energy. Don't understand a lot of what's going on, honestly, but it's really just kind of about the visuals and being inspired in that way. She's such a unique talent, and I'm glad Peach is part of the industry here, making stuff like this. So next is Batman Adventures Continue Season 3, Number 1. So this I got specifically for the cover. I've already shown off this book previously, just not this cover. So yeah, this is the Steve Beach variant, and this is the scene from the Clayface climax where he's in the room looking at all the faces on the animated series, and then he's doing all the different forms. So great reference there. Love that cover. 1000%. Clayface was always one of my favorite villains as a kid. Next, I got this issue of Harley Quinn for the cover here. This is Alex Garner's work. This is Harley Quinn number 26, doing a Clockwork Orange homage here. So she's knocked out the Droogs here, and she's got their hats. So I was like, I can't not have this cover. I don't collect much Harley Quinn, but that cover was too cool not to buy. Next is Sins of Sinister. So the X-Men have been doing this weird thing where Sinister went in and tainted the timeline or something. So it's like all the X-Men, there's like a Sinister version of them. They've all got the little gem on their heads. And yeah, he goes in, and I think this is the part where it shows all the different ones. I'm not really sure. Don't remember. X-Men is a bit of a strange book to me too, because yeah, there's so many different moving parts and series and stuff like that as well. But it's fine. It's enjoyable. I know that Marvel puts a lot of their energy into the X-Men. Got the Sugar Man here. So yeah. Then we have Mortal X-Men number 10. And I think this one is the lead-in to the Sins of Sinister. So this shows, him, of course, going back and messing with stuff, doing his thing. And then it's either this one or the other when they show a big reveal. So and I remember being pretty impressed by the reveal. So I'm gonna pull it off camera for a second just to see. Yeah, sure is. So and then we have X-Men number 18. And I believe this one is really centered on X-23 and this guy's name who escapes me. I believe it's Darwin. Could be wrong. But yeah, they've got a relationship going on. So like where these guys go, and so it kind of shows what they get up to. And this is a crazy battle going on here with this little like bat looking thing. Let's see, let me make sure I've got his name here. Don't see it. Is it Sink? Is that his name? Yeah, I guess it is. I thought it was something else. No, Darwin's like the white looking mutant guy. But yeah, whatever. So I know that they have a relationship together. So it shows them kind of doing their thing. We get some fun Jubilee stuff. We've got Boom Boom in here as well. Fun 90s characters. But I love this shot here. This thing getting sliced up. Always fun when they can embrace that, because back in the day, we'd never get to see Wolverine doing stuff like that unless it was to a robot. So next we have Bad Idea, The Finder, #1. And yeah, you guys already know. Love Bad Idea, love what they do. So yeah, we've just got good artwork, good story. They do what they do. And I actually did read a little bit of this, so I haven't read it all yet, but yeah. So basically it's like a superhero rescue mission type of thing here. I believe she is the finder and she's rescuing him, and they've kind of stumbled upon this farming of organs thing of all these great powerful creatures and beings. I'm trying to remember exactly who they get an encounter here. But yeah, it kind of shows the power that the people that they're opposing against have, because they were able to subdue these, powerful creatures and, be able to throw them in a test tube like that. Next is the ends, #3. And so I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1, 2, and 3 here. Yeah, there's 2. And there's 1. So I'll show off the last issue. Of course, we've got our spot gloss on matte. Showing the shine off. So this one's in black and white. And yeah, I haven't read this yet. I'm not sure what it's about. I know I saw some sort of weird stuff with some swastikas, so not really sure what all that is. Haven't looked at it yet. And then there's another story in the back here. The First Supper, I believe that was a little small ash can type of thing that was given away. That's found its way into the back of this issue. So, there it is here. And then we have Lazarus Planet, #1 Alpha, which I think I've shown the book off, but if I haven't, yeah, no, my shop missed it, so I had to get it from Arcane, and then I wanted this cover in particular. So yeah, this has a nice Federici art in it, so I absolutely love his stuff. Federici is one of the best new talents. His work is so good. He's very meticulous. I mean, I think that has some play with deadline stuff. I believe even the Omega part, he wasn't able to finish the whole thing. Or at least I know the full book wasn't drawn by him. I don't know if that was a deadline restriction or not. But yeah, I love Federici's style so much. And yeah, we see it on full display here. It takes on the whole issue. The coloring, I feel, is better balanced here than when they initially put it on the, I think it was the Fear State event. But yeah, it's good stuff. He's a very talented individual. And then I want to see if we've got that cool shot. Yeah, here's the demonic Batman here. Which is, I think there was a cover somewhere of this or some image like it. So, and then this was that cover I missed, I believe, the Action Comics one. And then there's a backup in here about the Monkey Prince, which I don't care. So here it is here. The art's good though. but just kind of a newer random character that I'm not interested in. So now we move on to my other stack from my local shop before. So this is the Lazarus Planet Omega. So this was the wrap up for the event. So yeah, so half of this has Federici's art in it. And then it switches, but yeah, it's good. I love his stuff. So his Lazarus Planet books enjoyed immensely. The man is a talent like no other. I'm really glad to see what he's doing, and hopefully will continue to do for DC. And then his stuff switches, or no, it doesn't switch. We just get more monkey prints. So yeah, probably wasn't a deadline thing then. But yeah, there's that. Get some dark side in there though. And then yeah, we get a slew of these like collection books. You see all these different artists and writers here. So this is Lazarus Planet Dark Fate. I'll just do one of these quick flip throughs like this for you, so you can see different art, different stuff like that. A Doom Patrol story in there. So yeah, a whole lot of collections of characters that I don't care anything about, that, you know, I was buying just because I'm like, oh well, let's see how it works for the overall event, which didn't really do anything for me. So next we have World's Finest number 12, which is about Robin and Supergirl having an absolutely horrible date. And yeah, just a very, you know, human piece here where Robin's not quite sure how to impress Supergirl because it's Supergirl, you know. So then there's awkwardness and tension, and she gets all, you see her dressing up here, and she gets down to the place, and Robin has shown up in costume. He's like, oh, well, you know, we made this date as our hero identities, so I assumed we were just going to meet in costume. And then, yeah, they get there, and then, like, Robin doesn't have his money with him and all this type of stuff. And it's just goofy. It's fun, though. It's a fun little slice of life type thing. It's fun when they have kind of like offshoot teen stories, you know. Next, we have White Knight, book number 8. I believe this is the climax of Beyond the White Knight. Which this has been fine. Definitely feel kind of like, you know, it's been stretched so far now. A lot of really, really strange stuff happening. You know, Bruce and Harley being a thing, and then like they were able to rematerialize Jack Napier, and then like he's like a hologram that can actually talk to people, even though he's just supposed to be in Bruce's head. And yeah, it's gotten very, very odd. So, not really sure what to make of it all. So this is the conclusion of it, I believe. And then there's going to be more spin-offs and stuff, because of course they are, because it sells. So what started off as something unique has become something to continue to market. So the next thing is called Generation Joker. And then we see that Superman has made an appearance too. This was one of the sought after secret variant covers. The back always shows some of the other stuff. So it says to be continued though, or yeah, so maybe there's one final part or something. And we have Superman number 1. Love this cover here. Really displaying, you know, the kind of the majestic side of Superman. And I'm trying to remember what this one was about. It's been a bit since I've read it, so art's okay. It's not really my favorite, but I do appreciate you can see effort's been put into it, and they're trying to breathe life into it and bring in new readers. So I think that's a lot of where the style comes from here. Let me see if there's a backup in there. No, it goes all the way through. So yeah, they set up some things, and of course we get another major Superman villain at the end. Then we have the Clayface One Bad Day. I love this one a lot. Solid stuff. The artwork's great. The story's great. Very brutal. You see a very dark, murderous side of Clayface. The lengths he goes through for this role he's trying to get, because that is the truest form of him. He is an artist at the base of it all. He is an actor, so he is really trying to get this part, and he goes through very unethical ways in order to get it. And then I believe when things don't go his way, he lashes out in true Clayface fashion. So, great story. Highly recommend that Clayface one. There's been maybe only a couple that I didn't care for the One Bad Days, but definitely wasn't that one. Next we have Adventures Continue number 2. And this is okay. I don't like the art style they've chosen here for this. It's not that it's bad, it's just not that it looks like the traditional style. It reminds me a bit of, I believe, a guy who's possibly worked on the Tick at one point. I could be wrong, but I see a bit of it in the faces in some of them here. I'm trying to see if I can pull the particular, yeah, right here, like this reminds me of, like the jaw there looks like an image of the Tick I've seen. So don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it makes me think of. So, and we get the conclusion of Space Age, which goes pretty far tangent. I feel like it ends up having a whole lot of Batman in it, if I remember. We see Joker in here and stuff. It turns into like a Batman story midway through, so I'm not really sure why they chose to go about it with that angle. It's a good story. I love all red stuff, but I was just kind of surprised that it kind of pivoted to that big chunk of Batman there. Next we've got Gunslinger number 17. And I think this is the thing where Gunslinger's fighting like this super speed guy, and then the angels show up. All this type of stuff here, I believe. And then Gunslinger does something really cool at the end that I don't want to spoil. Yeah, he sure does. Just had to confirm, and it's been a bit since I've read it. Next we have Scorched number 15. Mainly showing off the cover there. I don't think there's... No, yeah, it switched, so there was a bit of it that seemed to kind of slow down and not be that interesting, but it's visually picked up a lot in these issues here. I don't recall exactly what's going on in this issue, but I remember I liked the art and I liked it enough to show it off. Because there are actually things I buy that I don't show off on this channel if I don't care for it, because I don't want to talk negatively. I don't like to be negative. So there are things that I'll read and stuff that I'm just like, but that's not what I am. I'm not a voice of negativity, so I might nitpick here and there, but something that I completely do not like, I just don't show off on camera. So this is Unwanted Violence number 2. And this was just a 2-part little riff story here. Kind of spawns response to the whole protest, the Black Lives Matter movement. Pretty important stuff, honestly. I'm glad to see it done in this way. Pretty neat, visually very striking. And yeah. I think that's the end of it, and then it shows kind of the making of process in the back, I believe. Yeah, it just kind of ends, and then they're showing the process, kind of like his roughs, and then going second frame here. So yeah, I love Del Mundo's style, so nice he got to do some Spawn things there. Next we have Turtles Power Rangers number 3. This is the Eastman Freddie Williams II cover, which is really Freddie's pencils with Eastman inking. And yeah, this is just fun mashup stuff. But I think Shredder ends up helping them in this. And then like there's a different thing where it's like they have where the Power Rangers mutate into dinosaurs. Not just like the mechs or whatever, but they actually like mutate, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Nice to see that. So, and then Casey Jones somehow has been playing at odds with them. Not exactly sure if they've revealed the why yet, but so that's a piece of the story as well. We've got Armageddon Game number 5, Eastman cover there. And so we see, Krang versus, they're not Krangs, I think they're all just Utroms or whatever. I'm trying to remember what their race is called. But yeah, we see, Krang against another general here. And then I think Krang gets shot in the head. I believe, yeah, because he was in a repurposed metalhead suit, I believe. The art's good here. I love this image. And then it kind of switches, I think. By the way, if you're a big Turtles fan, check out the Kayfabe channel right now. They're going through commentary with Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird directly via Zoom video. I think they're on issue 4 or 5 now of the Turtles. So it's really cool. They're all like hour-long videos, and they're just literally talking about each of the issues. So definitely check that out. Turtles 137 here. Yeah, continuing on, doing their thing. This is all Armageddon Game stuff. Donnie has found some sort of strange mystic portal ability thing he's done here. He sees into the future and stuff is destroyed. And he's like, well, this is only a possibility. We can change this. So... And then I believe something happened where I think Venus is teleported or something, if I remember. I can't recall. And we've got the facsimile reprint, Amazing Spider-Man 129. First appearance of the Punisher. Good stuff, yeah. Here our facsimile shows the ads, shows the letters page. All this good stuff. If you don't want to crack open your copy, there's always this. So I love these. I love the facsimile copies. I can't recommend them enough. Finally, I was able to get a run that I haven't gotten. So yeah, I got the Fatal Attractions storyline here. They had this in a bundle sale at my comic shop. And I'll just show off these fun little covers here. But yeah, this is the storyline in which I'm trying to see if I can get a good angle on the light for those holograms or not. But this is the story where Wolverine's adamantium is ripped from his body from Magneto. That's the main thing to remember about it when you're a kid whose world gets rocked by comics. But yeah, I'm just like, well, even if this is collected into a trade, you do not get the fun of these little cool hologram covers. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. So, naturally, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Oh, almost. I almost had it. But you get the idea. So yeah, these are fun. This is, mid 90s. X-Men heyday. Jim Lee had left at this point, but still doing some very cool stuff. Kubert's on this stuff here. We've got all sorts of people. So I'll show off a little bit of the artwork in here. Don't remember exactly everyone who's working on stuff here. But yeah, definitely classic 90s X-Men. Very muscular, over the top. Get some random bonus material in the back there. Deadpool. Some Sentinels. And there we go. That's a good hit on that hologram. This one. I'm looking for artists. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. I think we're getting a good angle. Right there's the sweet spot. This is Ramita's art in here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Go sideways here. Shi'ar Empire. This is probably a Kubert in here. Yeah, for sure. I always get Adam and Andy confused. I think this is Andy Kubert's art. Yeah, Andy Kubert. Sure enough. And then this goes back to the other one. This may be Silvestri on here. Or this is probably Adam Kubert, maybe. We got an insert in here. We got KB Toys ad. Let's see. I'm really trying. Here we go. Oh yeah, see, there's an Adam. I know Andy mainly because he did a run on Captain America that I was when I first started buying the book regularly. Well, he wasn't first. It was Ron Garney, and then it went to Andy after that, so that's why I recognize him so well. And then this is got multiple pencilers, and then I recognize Ken Lashley, Derek Robertson, Matthew Ryan. that's that. And then I will finally show off the thing I've been working on the side. So on New Year's Day, Bad Idea emailed everyone and they said, hey, whoever emails us their information and pays us, you can have a position with the company. And the minimum had to be like $1,000 or whatever. So it had to be the first 5 people, $1,000, and then your information. And so I emailed them, but I had read the email at like 6:30 in the morning, and they had emailed everyone at like maybe 6. So I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna get it. But yeah, so I emailed them and then let them know. Well, initially I emailed them stuff, and then about 3:30 that day I got my response. They're like, hey, congratulations, you got picked. So then they're talking about payment and stuff. I'm just like, well, I don't have payment right now. I'm transitioning off of my job and all that type of stuff. But they're like, okay, that's fine. If we can get it by this certain date, though, then we can give you the position. So yeah, I was able to raise the funds. I actually had to sell my DC Direct animated Batcave. Then I had the Batman animated Batcave. And then we had car troubles and stuff like that too. So we had to repair 2 vehicles. So most of that actually got used for my car repairs and stuff, and had to sell other things on top of that. But yeah, so I was able to get a quote unquote job. It's just a pay for hire job with Bad Idea. And you don't really do anything. At least they haven't really had us do anything yet. But yeah, so they had you pick your position. So I picked VP Business Development. And yeah, so the other day they mailed us off our business cards. So basically, when you do it, you get business cards. You get employment for a year guaranteed. You get a letter of reference, so you can use that, and I mean they'll write it up, and you can use it, I guess. So I said, well, I'll use an impressive title like VP of Business Development. So even though it was quite a bit of money to get the quote unquote position, I was like, well, I'm gonna make sure it's something really cool. So that's it. And then my name will be in the Bad Idea credits books for a year as well. It's not in there yet because my payment was in there late. I saw I think in the Finder, it shows all the other people. A lot of them, I guess, also picked the same position, which I was like, that's kind of funny, but it's whatever. So, but then yeah, they mailed out a little letter as well. So here it is. To all employees, dear team, I hope this memo finds you all in productive spirits and good morale. I'm writing to inform you that effective immediately, all new employees are being assigned business cards and business card holders. That's right, you're officially fancy now. Hey there, fancy pants. Just kidding. That's just some office humor. We at Human Resources can, of course, not actually comment on your pants or, in fact, any part of your attire. As you know, business cards are an essential tool for networking and communication, as well as general business making in our industry. For those who are new to business cards, or for those who would like a refresher on their use, we have organized a mock comic convention in the commissary where you're put in pairs so that you may practice handing business cards back and forth to each other. Please be prompt, as we only have the facilities for 3 hours. You will have received your business cards and business card holder with this memo. Please note that you're responsible for maintaining them. If you lose your business cards or business card holder, please contact me immediately so that we can begin filing the requisite paperwork, discharging the financial obligations, and hopefully getting approval to issue replacement. Bobby tip: don't lose them. We don't want to have to shell out more money to replace them. Finally, please remember that your business cards are a reflection of the company. So please use them responsibly and professionally. We suggest carrying them around with the same level of care of attention as you would of a newborn, and only flashing those cards when you mean business, because you do. Thank you for your attention to this matter. If you have any questions or concern, please do not hesitate to contact me or your team leader. Best regards, Bobby. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the whole thing. So, and then there's some extras too. So didn't get a ton of them though. But yeah, so I'll probably give one to, both of my comic shops that I go to and stuff, just for fun. But yeah, there's me. But that's gonna do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, you all have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.